performance of the year in one of the best movies of the year, The Iron Lady, rated PG-13.
Yeah, you're wrong on both counts on that front, buddy. Welcome to Time About the Movies, and today we are taking a look at the two films of December 30th, 2011, the last two films officially released in 2011 worth mentioning, until we get to the 2011 leftovers next time around. But we start off with the first movie we have here, and that is The Iron Lady, a biographical film about the life and career of Margaret Thatcher, a British politician who was the longest-serving Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of the 20th century, and the first woman to hold that office. You also have cast also includes Jim Broadbent, Harry Lloyd, Olivia Colman, who else is in here of noteworthiness? Richard E. Grant, Anthony Head. Some notable names in here. This is directed by Phelinda Lloyd, who worked with Meryl Streep last time on Mamma Mia, and we all know how great of a movie that turned out to be, which it wasn't, but yeah, this is a movie where, Meryl Streep won her third Academy Award for this, and if we're being completely honest here, she shouldn't have won this. I mean, granted, yeah, she's great in the movie, she's the reason why this movie has any notability to it, but I'm sorry, man. This performance was not up to Meryl Streep's usual standards here. And just to give you kind of an indication of the performances that were in this category that should have easily won it, you had Viola Davis for The Help, Michelle Williams in My Week with Marilyn, and Rooney Mara with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And also you had Glenn Close, who sadly but surely keeps getting screwed over by the Oscars no matter what she does. And even in the movie she was in, Albert Nobbs, that wasn't even something that was worth noting. I don't even have it on my leftovers list, but Viola Davis, Rooney Mara, Michelle Williams, all better performances that should have won this award, but they gave it to the veteran of Meryl Streep because we got to give her that third Oscar somehow. This one isn't as bad as the Colin Firth Oscar the year before for The King's Speech, because the movie isn't bad per se. There's just nothing really about it that makes it memorable except for Meryl Streep's performance. It runs by a typical standard biopic period piece movie. You get what you expect to see in a film like this, and there's just nothing out of it that hasn't been done in other biopics like it before then. Like, it's the same type of biopic we've seen done over and over and over again, and there's just nothing in this one that's worth it. Like I said, the only thing you come out of it going is that, hey, Meryl Streep's pretty good at it, but you won't say that, no, that should be the best actress winner of the year, especially in a year where you had Viola Davis, Rooney Mara, and Michelle Williams for The Help, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, My Week with Marilyn. All those performances should have won. Hell, I wouldn't have even minded if they gave it to Glenn Close. Let her have her Oscar already. She's been trying to get one for 40 fucking years now. Just make it happen, man, but sadly, it will never be the case, unfortunately. And Glenn Close will probably go the rest of her career without winning an Oscar. And even if she does, it will just be a body of work Oscar. Like, I feel like this one is in particular. Just no reason to give Meryl Streep this Oscar for this. She's been in much better movies. And yeah, she's the best thing you'll take away from this movie. But it's still not a great movie overall. It's just kind of a bland movie. It's nothing really worth that much to talk about here. Not a great movie overall. I mean, it's not even worth it that I don't even have a regular intro for this show to start it off with. I just want to get this one out of the way. I mean, that's how much of a kind of a lackluster week this is. But yeah, that's The Iron Lady for you. So let's go ahead and move on to the other movie we have this week, and certainly is the much better movie of the two, and that is Pariah.
Pariah, now on demand, same day as Blu-ray and DVD.
Yeah, sort of a precursor to movies that would eventually win the Oscar for Best Picture, like Moonlight. This film very much feels like a type of movie in that same category as Moonlight is. It tells the story of Alike, played by Adepero Oduwe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, but she plays a 17-year-old black teenager who's embracing her identity as a lesbian. And that's pretty much the movie in general, and it's a very interesting movie. It's a film that does, it works because the performances are so really good in here. And I'm actually kind of surprised that this woman never really took off on anything afterwards. I mean, she has been in a couple of other notable movies, like 12 Years a Slave, The Big Short, and Widows, only but in a couple of smaller roles. But yeah, she hasn't really done anything of true noteworthiness since then, honestly. And I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Like, she's really just showing here that she has a lot overall to make herself where she could have been an easily that top rising actress going forward. But I think the real performance that kind of sticks out here really is the performance by Kim Wayans, who plays her mother in here. And Kim Wayans is, of course, part of the Wayans family, and it's a movie like this that makes you realize that, oh, the Wayans aren't only people that can be funny, but they can act their ass off. I mean, we've seen it with Marlon Wayans. You know, we just had Requiem for a Dream back in the day, and just recently, and next week, by the time that you're seeing this, it's actually being recorded. 1 week from now, he's going to be in Him, where he actually looks like he's really acting his ass off in that movie, trying to make people believe that, hey, those terrible spoof comedies I was in, that's not just me. I can act my ass off. So, and here, yeah, Kim Wayans does a very good job of handling that. I think he's very good in here playing the role of her mother. She really is a breakout actress in this movie, and again, kind of like with the leading star in the film, you're actually kind of surprised that she never really took off on anything. Like, the person that really took off and really broke out big time was Charles Parnell, who plays her dad, and he eventually became the Rear Admiral in Top Gun Maverick recently, and he was also on All My Children. So yeah, there's a lot of really good performances in here. The movie has this really slick visual look to it, and Dee Rees is a pretty solid director with this film in general. I mean, it's a movie that really is an engaging watch overall, great performances overall, a good story to tell, a nice simple coming-of-age storyline here about this woman who's just embracing her identity for who she is and not going to let anybody tell her otherwise. And it's a very captivating, very intriguing film that works, and it's definitely one that definitely deserves a lot more attention. If you haven't seen Pariah, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. So yeah, a real quick one this week, just so I can get those two movies out of the way, and we are officially done with 2011 in terms of the movies being released when they were released. Next time we meet, we'll head into 2012 with the first big new release of the year, and boy, is it a doozy. The Devil Inside. But on top of that, we have the 2011 leftovers here, and I've got films that, most of them, once again, are just direct-to-video movies, but interesting direct-to-video movies to talk about, like the first Charlie Brown special in 5 years, Happy Meals to the Warm Blanket, Charlie Brown. The Flintstones are back in a new movie, this time pairing up with the WWE and Stone Age SmackDown. We have Carla Gugino in the second film of Sebastian Gutierrez's trilogy that began with Women in Trouble, which, you know how boring of a movie that movie was, but maybe he can turn the tide with Electrolux. We'll see in the next episode. And also, you got your DC titles here: All-Star Superman, Green Lantern, Emerald Knights, Batman Year One. We also have Tom and Jerry in one of their many odd crossovers, Tom and Jerry and the Wizard of Oz. And we have Beethoven's Christmas Adventure. Thanks to Dylan for reminding me of that, because I knew that movie had come out at the time this year, and I completely forgot about it, but he mentioned it in the comments, so thank you for reminding me for that. I really do appreciate that. And then we have one other movie here that also came out this year that I didn't even realize until I was looking for the footage from Pariah, and I got the name wrong. Passion Play with Mickey Rourke, Megan Fox, and also I believe Bill Murray's in that movie too. It's directed by Mitch Glazer, so yeah, a lot of movies to take a look at overall. So definitely looking forward to getting to that tomorrow on the show. So definitely be on the lookout for that. With all that said, though, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do me the honor of going ahead and hitting that like button, that subscribe button, that notification button. Also, don't forget to check out the playlist, and don't forget to check out the previous episode we did. So with all that said, oh, and by the way, Time About the Movies Flashback is coming up after I'm done posting this up here, so stay tuned for that. Now I will say, whether it's in the past, the present, or the future, I will see you at the movies. Take care.